All right, in this tutorial, we're going to look at connecting ThriveCart over to HighLevel, whether it be for use as a CRM, a sales tool, email marketing, automation, memberships courses. It does a whole lot of stuff, and there is a little bit of crossover between what ThriveCart can do, both as a payment processor and a course platform. But oftentimes we choose tools that we like because of certain features. So I've gotten the question a lot of how to connect ThriveCart to HighLevel. I'm going to show you how I do it, the way that I think is best, and you'll see just how easy it can be. Now, before we get started, I just want to let you know that I do have a HighLevel course where I go over how to use HighLevel from start to finish. And I don't teach it like the gurus out there are teaching it, of how to get rich quick using it like an agency and selling access to HighLevel, and none of that. This is more from the angle of how to use the platform for you, your business, your organization. So if that sounds interesting to you, I do have a link in the description down below where you can check it out. Okay, let's jump into the tutorial. When creating our product in ThriveCart, sometimes under the fulfillment section, there's like a default integration with a tool like ThriveCart Learn, which is ThriveCart product, or in this example, I've connected in the past Thrive Apprentice and Wishlist Member. These are just like course platforms, membership platforms. There is no default integration with HighLevel yet. Maybe there will be in the future, and I would of course make a video about it. But right now there isn't like one of those default integrations. So we have to use a third-party tool to connect our purchase in ThriveCart and add that user's data as a contact and then do something with it in HighLevel. Now you can use a tool like Zapier. Zapier has a phenomenal integration with HighLevel, but Zapier is more on the premium end, and they're doing some things lately that I personally just don't love with AI and all that kind of gimmicky stuff. But here is the Zapier pricing at the time of recording this video. I like to look at the 10,000 tasks per month because that seems to be what all these platforms price around. Zapier would be, for their professional plan, which is the lowest plan you'd want to get, $129 a month. Their base plan gives you 750 actions. Now compare that to a tool called SureTriggers, which is my go-to automation platform. Their pricing is a lot more economical, which makes the choice for me pretty easy. I'm a SureTriggers user, so obviously there's bias there. I do have a paid Zapier account because I still use Zapier for some things, but I do highly recommend SureTriggers. And they have two plans, the Pro and the Business. The difference here being the type of actions you can get, and some of these are even more impressive than what Zapier has. I really love their API integration builder, super clean. They have a branch ability, and Zapier has a lot of these too, but some of these are really good in SureTriggers. The key differentiator here is this lifetime plan. So you could get a business plan for $6.99 or split pay it for $79.99 a month, and that plan at $699 lifetime for 10,000 tasks per month very quickly adds up if you're using a plan on Zapier or even another tool like Make or Pabbly. Very quickly, SureTriggers outpaces it economically. So why so much time spent talking about these tools that are making the connection? Well, because quite literally they are the glue that holds a lot of our tech stack together. So while we're talking about connecting ThriveCart to HighLevel, it's important to recognize that this tool becomes the center of your tech stack, both for these two tools that we're talking about, but other tools as well. And once you get these automations built, it can be a hassle to rebuild them, so you want to make the right choice. So I personally recommend SureTriggers. So let's go into our ThriveCart account and start to build this and make this integration here. So under fulfillment, you won't want to choose add them to my membership site. You'll want to choose something like displaying their invoice or sending them to a URL. We'll just choose to display their invoice for now. One of my favorite things about ThriveCart, I really love their designs and the simplicity of getting something launched so quickly that looks so good. So you can customize your checkout however you want, and I won't go into great detail in this video about the setup of your product. I have other videos on my channel all about that. For now, we're going to focus on what happens after the purchase, but we will finish our product here, get it ready to test purchase with. All right, we have our form ready to go on our ThriveCart side. Let's now jump into SureTriggers and work on our workflow here so that we can get the steps that we need from HighLevel next. So I'll just call my new workflow in SureTriggers demo, ThriveCart to HighLevel, and I'll click Start Building. We're going to start off by adding a trigger. A trigger is just what kicks off the workflow, and our trigger is going to come from ThriveCart. So we'll choose ThriveCart, and we need to select an event. I like to use product purchased. I think it works with subscriptions and products both. If we look through these real quick, you can see there are triggers like bumps being purchased or upsells being purchased. Those are good to use as well when building future automations that you will know how to build once we go through this step. Downsell purchased, rebills, those are all really good. Things that happen when you refund, we'll talk about that towards the end of the video. They do, inside of this integration, handle cart abandonments, which I think is really important because otherwise you'd have to go to the behavior rules and integrate with a third party. This is super nice. And then affiliate stuff like that. So pretty wide breadth of options there for the triggers, but we're going to stick with product purchased that accounts for subscriptions and one-offs. And now we need to select a connection. You can see that I have mine here. If you haven't connected yours yet under apps, you can do it from here by clicking create new connection, giving your connection a name, and then getting your API key. And they give you instructions right here. They say go to your ThriveCart account, go to settings, APIs and webhooks, and then you need to get your API key. So let's walk through that. We're under settings, down here in the bottom right, API and webhooks. I'll click on that, API keys, and now we're going to create another API key. You can see here that I have already made my API key for SureTriggers. All you would have to do is click create API key, give it a name, click create, and then copy it. Bring it back into here and then paste it in and click Connect ThriveCart. And then you'll come in here, click this little refresh button on the right-hand side of select connection, and then select your account. Next, we'll choose test mode because that's what our product is in. If yours is live, you can choose live. And then once you would make this active, you would definitely want to choose live. And then we get to choose our product, and we're going to choose the product that we just made earlier. There we go, our demo all access to HighLevel. And then one of the really nice things that I love about this particular integration is that we don't have to fetch data. SureTriggers gives us sample data. I cannot tell you how much I love this compared to some of the other integrations out there. So we'll click save, and now we are ready with our trigger. So now we need to add an action. In this case, we're going over to HighLevel. Now, the nice thing about this integration, we don't have to make a webhook. We don't have to go into HighLevel and catch a webhook and match and map keys and values. Nope, none of that. We just have to search for HighLevel. Right here, HighLevel lead connector, select that. And then for our event, we are going to choose create contact. If the contact already exists, it won't ruin anything for you. It'll just do whatever you want to that contact. So we'll choose create contact. And then for our connection, we need to select our HighLevel account. Exact same process like we just went through for ThriveCart, we're going to repeat for HighLevel. Click create new connection. Now come into HighLevel and navigate to the sub account that you want to integrate with SureTriggers. We'll use this particular sub account, so we'll go to settings. Make sure you're under business profile and scroll down, and you will find a section or a little line here called API key. If you have an API key already there because you generated one in the past, you can just click the little copy button, or if you don't have one, you can generate one. Now come back to this window that opened, paste in your API key, give your API connection a name like HighLevel account for whatever business you're using. Maybe it's yours or a client sub account, and then click connect HighLevel lead connector. Then come back in here, click the refresh button on the right-hand side of select connection. And now we're going to choose our sub account that we just connected. Now you can look at mine. I have multiple sub accounts, and that's because I have a HighLevel plan that can have unlimited sub accounts. So I could have unlimited sub accounts connected here if I was building something for a client. So the nice thing about this is that you could use your SureTriggers account for all of your clients and use your 10,000 events or actions per month for your clients so that your clients don't have to worry about it and you don't have to worry about getting them to buy an account. Pretty cool. So with our account selected, we can start to map the data that we're going to get from ThriveCart. In this case, we will do at first name and select our customer first name. For last name, we'll do at last. Choose our customer last name. We don't have to worry about full name. It'll pull the two together. We can do at email and map our customer email. Any other details that we want to add, we can. Bear in mind that with HighLevel, you have to have one of these two fields, email or phone number. You don't have to have both, but you have to have at least one of those. I'm not going to worry about the phone number. I could do address if I wanted to, so I could do at address, and I could start to map at city, because I think I'm collecting that data off of my phone, off my form, and then we'll do at state. Good enough. We could do at country if you want to. I think we pull that data in, and then at zip. This might be important if you're doing something with physical shipping or something like that. All right, now let's add our tags. And I think that tags in this particular instance are one of the most important parts, because if you're just adding a contact for the first time, you will want to add tags to trigger automations. Alternatively, you could use another one of the HighLevel integration actions that adds them to a workflow. But I personally like to do it this way because I like to tag my customers who purchase from me with a particular tag. So in this case, it would be all access, and this user would be tagged properly. And now I'll just click save. Oops. And if you see this red exclamation point, that means you have to click test. So we'll scroll down and click test action. Terrific. You should see that it was tested successfully. And if you come back into your HighLevel sub account, you will see that the test data has appeared. There's the tag all access with my John Doe sample data. If I come into my contact profile, you can see it mapped additional information here. We have street address, city, zip, state, everything came over great. And again, there's that tag. So a complete success, that worked great. All right, now back in SureTriggers, we'll click save now to mark this as saved. And you could, if you wanted to, add additional things like going in here and doing another high-level action, such as adding the user to a opportunity. If you're doing like a sales pipeline, you could add them to a workflow. You could do things like that, but we'll call it there for the SureTrigger side of adding a contact. Now back inside of HighLevel, you can go under automation in workflows, create a workflow, create one from scratch, give this a name. We'll call this ThriveCart customer to all access. You can name yours however you want. Now our trigger is pretty simple. It's that a tag was added. So I can come in here under triggers and click tag, click add filter, tag added, all access pass. I think I've done a couple of the demos in the past and worded it differently, but ours that we just added was all access pass. So we'll click save trigger. And now we can add another action. This action can be to email the user. So I'll do a search for email. We could send them an email. We could create a predefined template, create a full onboarding sequence. I go over all of that inside of my HighLevel course. If you're not familiar with how HighLevel and email automations work, it's pretty cool. Or we could add a different action and we could scroll all the way to the bottom and add them into our community. HighLevel has a pretty cool community feature getting up there in its capabilities. I think after not too long, it'll be relatively competitive with something like Circle. It's definitely outpacing things like School and other platforms like that. We could also grant them access to a course. I don't have any in my demo account here, but you could put them in a course, a community, and in your membership. And at that point, do whatever you want with your user data inside of HighLevel. All right, now what if your user cancels their subscription or refunds and you want to revoke it? You'd create a new workflow. I'll just use mine as an example here for right now though. And instead of product purchased, I would do, if we come down here, you could do subscription paused. That would be good if you were just pausing a subscription. Maybe you pause it, but remove access. Keep that in mind. Or if it was a subscription, you could do rebill payment canceled. Or here are your refunded, right? Your bump, upsell, downsell, refunded. That's where you would go and enable those. So let's just choose for now. Let's do our rebill payment canceled. We'll keep our account. We would choose live mode or test mode, depending on what we were doing at the time. And then we would choose our subscription type. This would be our product. That was a subscription, but if we had an upsell or downsell, we would choose that as well. And then from here, we can select our product that we're checking to see if it cancels right there. And then we would save this action, and then we would choose what to do in HighLevel. And here's the difference. If we come back up here, instead of create a contact, what we would do is we would want to decide, okay, what are we doing with this contact when they cancel? Are we revoking access to the community? Are we triggering another workflow? If I select update contact, notice that if I scroll down, there is no ability to remove a tag. So you could come in here and add a tag that says canceled, and then you'd make a workflow that says if they receive the canceled tag, remove the other tag. You could do that. There's nothing wrong with it. Or instead of update contact, you could come down here and say add a contact to a workflow. And I'll show you how to build that workflow in just a second. But our contact here, instead of clicking select contact, in which case we would literally have to just physically choose a single contact, as you can see here. Instead, we're going to toggle this map option on, and we're going to do a search for email, and we're going to select the customer email. So now what it's going to do is it's going to say, okay, when somebody cancels a subscription in ThriveCart for the, in this case, all access pass subscription product, I'm going to search for their email, find out who they are, and then I'm going to add the contact in HighLevel with that email to a workflow. So before we click select workflow, let's come back into HighLevel here, and let's go back and create a new workflow. And this workflow is not going to have a trigger. Why? Because nothing's going to trigger it. We're going to, through the API, just add somebody directly to it. So we'll call this one ThriveCart canceled subscription. You can be more specific. And again, no trigger, but we're going to add an action. And in this case, we will go to remove contact tag, all access pass, save our action. Maybe we'll add another action that says, send them an email. So sorry you canceled, doing like an offboarding sequence that might reclaim the sale at some point. Do whatever you want with this plethora of tools here. Maybe you'll want to remove them from the opportunities or mark an opportunity now as lost. Maybe you'll want to revoke a course or revoke an access group in the community. You have all the same options, just in reverse. So once you have your workflow ready to go, don't forget, publish it first and then click save. Now come back over to Sure Triggers and click the refresh button next to select workflow. And here we're going to choose our ThriveCart canceled subscription, and we're going to click test action. Now bear in mind, if you get an error like this, that it says there was an error with your workflow, the contact ID is invalid, that just means it can't find anybody with this particular customer email. So in this case, we're running a different test from the data that we fetched. Just know that it'll work. If you really want to test it, you can toggle off map and then select whatever user you had been testing and then run test action. You can see that this time it worked because it's the same email. And I can come back in here and I can look at my John Doe, who you can see here has the all access pass tag. If I refresh this user should lose that tag. There we go, the tag is gone. And if I go to automation, and if I find my workflow and I go to my execution logs, you can see that John Doe was added, the tag was removed, and then removed from the workflow. So that's a quick little way just to make sure that most of everything else that you set up is working, and then just go ahead and remove the specific contact and then just remap the email. And then from now on, when a real person, in this case, cancels their subscription, it'll go ahead and work. All right, so that's the build out for the workflow in Sure Triggers that triggers whatever you want to do in HighLevel when a purchase is revoked or canceled or something like that. All right, pretty powerful stuff that you can do between ThriveCart and HighLevel. A tool like Sure Triggers makes it pretty simple and intuitive. If you have any questions about how to use these tools together, I recommend you check out the links down below in the description, particularly the Convology All Access Pass, which gives you access to a community where you can get unlimited personalized support from me and get all your questions and help that you need. But that'll do it for this tutorial. I'll see you in the next one.